Hello, today we're going to show you how to do a buyer-broker agreement. In the buyer-broker agreement, you can define the length of the agreement and also the compensation. This is your transaction desk. From here, if you're only working with the buyer, you don't really have a specific property to look at, you can create a transaction using buyer's name. So for example, I have one for this specific buyer. And in the forms, there is a buyer-broker agreement. First, you will see the buyer's name over here, and then this is your broker's name, and this is the agent's name, which is your name, and you can define the term. So I put today's date, and I put 1 year. So this is totally up to you and your buyer, and sometimes the buyer may only agree to work with you for 6 months, and then you just put 6 months over here. In this section, you're going to check what kind of the properties the buyer is looking for, and I usually will check residential. In some cases, you actually can check multiple, and just in case if the buyer is also interested in land, and you can also check other and put new build over here. Here, I would suggest that we put the state of Arizona because sometimes that they're looking at different cities, as long as it's within the state of Arizona, and then this agreement will cover. Agency relationship, we'll check the first one. We will have an agency disclosure signed with the buyer. Retainer fee, usually we'll put 0 over here, but if the buyer agrees to pay you retainer fee for some special condition, you can put a dollar amount over here. Scrolling down, in compensation on line 29, and you can put a percentage of the sales price. For example, in here, we put 2.5% of the sales price. If you're helping your client, your buyer looking for land, sometimes because the commission from the land is much smaller than the residential houses, and the buyer may agree with you to pay you a certain dollar amount, and then you can put a fixed dollar amount if you help them to buy land. In here, we'll suggest you to put 60 days, and this is to protect you within 60 days after the termination of this agreement if the buyer still buys the property that you have shown them within the agreement term, and then you will still be compensated. Page 2, additional terms. If there is any additional term, you can put it in here, otherwise you can put NA. And in the signature section, you just have to make sure you have buyer's name over here. You can put the phone number, email address, and also this is the broker's company's name, and this is your name. And then you save this file, send it to your buyer to sign, and you yourself will have to sign over here as well. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you next time.